Chapter 1. The Lure of Spices. Many European explorers were hoping to find gold and other precious metals. You can probably understand why explorers were eager to find gold. Gold is a valuable metal even today. However, you may be surprised to learn that many explorers were also excited about finding spices. You might be saying, "Spices? Really? Why were they so eager to find spices?" Here's the answer. Things that are scarce or hard to find tend to be expensive. That's why gold is expensive today. That's also why spices were expensive 500 years ago. Back then, spices were scarce in Europe. They were hard to find, so they cost a lot. Some spices were almost worth their weight in gold. The red balls in the center of this image are red peppercorns. A cook can add a few whole peppercorns to soup. He can use a spice grinder to grind the peppercorns into tiny bits. Either way, the pepper will add flavor to the soup. It will make the soup spicier and tastier. To the left of the red peppercorns, you can see white peppercorns. These come from the same plants as red peppercorns, but they are prepared in a different way. White peppercorns start out as red peppercorns, but the outer hull of the red peppercorn is removed to reveal the inner kernel, which is white. They can be used in the same way as red peppercorns. The black bowl in the upper right of this image is filled with cloves. Cloves are dried flower buds. They are used to add flavor to meats and stews, some teas, and pumpkin pie. Cloves are very strong. Cooks who use them must be careful because adding too many of them may overwhelm other flavors in the dish. Peppercorns can't be grown in Europe. They can only be grown in warm, wet places like India. The image shows unharvested peppercorns. Today, we can get peppercorns from India pretty easily. An airplane or a ship can transport large amounts of them. You can go to a grocery store and get almost any spice you want. A little jar of cloves might cost $1 or $2. A can of peppercorns might cost $5 or $6. 500 years ago, Europeans were not so lucky. The world was not as well connected as it is today. Spices were hard to get and transport. They cost a lot of money. A Spaniard who wanted pepper would have to pay for a lot more than just the pepper. He would have to pay the cost of shipping the pepper over land all the way from India using donkeys, mules, and camels. It was the same with cloves and cinnamon. These plants could not be grown in Europe. They had to be imported or brought in to Europe from faraway places like the Indies. Many of the spices we use are the flowers, the fruits, or the seeds of the plant. Cinnamon is different. In this case, the part of the plant we use is the bark. Strips of bark are cut off the tree. The outer bark is cut away. The inner bark is kept and rolled up like little scrolls. These are called cinnamon sticks. Cinnamon can also be ground up, like pepper. Do you like the taste of cinnamon? Do you like cinnamon on toast? How much do you like it? Would you be willing to sail across an ocean to get some cinnamon for your toast? In a sense, that is what European explorers were trying to do.